Hello, 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 everyone. How are you guys doing on this fine, lovely Wednesday? It is I, RTG player, also known as Sir Richardton. What was it, Coach What was the
Coach
name?
Reginald.
Coach
Coach
Reginald.
Reginald.
Yeah.
Best coach I've ever had. I'm also here.
Yes, I have my
XX
wonderful.
Pro Sla-
Yeah, go ahead. You say your name
Oh,
way better than I would.
my bad. I had audio echoing and I got worried.
Oh, no.
I'm good now. XX Poro Slayers 69 XX, my preferred title. Also Chase, hello. Nice to be here.
Ah, yes, we're coming here live on a Wednesday. Excited to get back to streaming this league. I think this is the official season now, if I remember correctly. I think before we were streaming the preseason, and now we're going to be streaming the actual season of this league that I'm pretty sure still doesn't have a name, but 404 Brain Not Found and other teams that are in it.
404 brain not found in late registration in a league with no name. Hey, they're getting it.
Dude, they're on top of it. So yeah, we're
Um,
oh, thought draft
no,
was
I'm
starting
pretty
for a
excited to
minute.
see the big boy game starting.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice to see. I'm curious to see how this game does go because there is a little bit. You and I were talking about it before. There does seem to be a little bit of unevenness in some of the ranks, but I'm curious to see if, in this case, late registration is here because of their team play. Because honestly, even as a lower rank, you can pop off in fives if you have coordination.
Yeah, they definitely can. Especially like some of the older players, like I know like Nexus is one whose rank doesn't really stand out for Brain Not Found, but he's actually a really solid jungler. I'm hoping to see who's really leading this team for late registration this time, because I'm sure they have to have someone if they made it in here and they're in their spot.
Well, what won't be leading this game is either Blitzcrank or Shen, that's for sure. We definitely predicted the Shen ban, looking at the new top laner for 404 Brain Not Found being If No Fun FF. Straight up Shen one trick. So good on late registration. They did their research.
Hey, God bless Shen One Tricks. I love playing with them. Over on the other side for top, you have Lock 14, also plays a bit of Gangplank. With that Shen ban, I'd be really worried if they leave the Gangplank up. They might just EU it though and leave it up. We'll see here on their third ban.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see. We see the Ezreal ban, and looks like we're hovering the Gangplank ban right now, so not surprised to see that locked in. How do you feel about the Swain takeaway from Void Shifter as opposed to some of his other champions are targeting maybe a different pool?
I mean, some of his champs, bit of a void shitter. His Swain though, definitely a void shifter. He's very good on it. He's carried me personally through a few games with it. I'm a big fan of his Swain. He does like to play a lot of those mages, so if he doesn't pick one of his champions here in the first rotation, we might see him banned out further later on. So I guess we'll see here.
Now, I am curious to see about the Volibear ban. I played a game of him yesterday, and he still felt fine after the nerfs, but they were some pretty big nerfs. How do you think Volibear sits in the meta after his recent nerfs?
I've seen a lot of people saying that he's not good, and the nerfs on paper did look pretty big. But after that patch, I saw his win rate go back up, so it seems like he's still playable. I've played with people that like playing him still. It might just be too hard to take this champ out of competitive. I think the ban's still worth it.
The ego check Sona first pick. That that explains the Blitzcrank ban. You can't be leaving up Blitzcrank if you're first picking Sona.
Okay, okay, yeah, I've played a lot of Sona, and I hate to see the Blitzcrank. That ban makes sense now. I'm surprised to see T-Bry on Sona, though. That man plays like a psychopath when I've seen him play.
Yeah, it's very odd seeing him go from like Trundle solo carry top to I'm gonna play Sona and sing on some bitches.
Right? I hope we see him play more aggressive Sona style going in to like proc the mana flow ban in your Q, your spell thief on cooldown. Maybe even see some flash Sona ults. Into Tristana though, that is very dangerous.
I
You get
love
locked
that
in.
answer. I love this
Ooh,
answer of Leona too. You say I'm first picking Sona, we're gonna lay the smack down on you. That is an
that is
aggressive bot lane.
It is rough. We are on the new patch, by the way, 15. Leona saw a couple buffs. Some mana cost on her Q and her ult stun duration went up a little bit. So it's really cool to see that coming back into play here.
Man, oh, is 404 like memeing? We have
They might be doing a little bit of trolling.
We got
I don't know where Sona's
so-
going anymore.
I don't know where the Ivern's going. I don't know if you played much with Void Shifter when he was big on this, but he was part of my team on Misfits, and he always talked about wanting to play Ivern, and we have Nyla locked in. This is oh man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for 404's draft.
This is an interesting one.
This
we're gonna wait and see where it goes.
This is all in the Kaysel basket. This is Kaysel 1v9 or your DS.
I love to see a player like Kaysel picking up this Nyla though. I haven't got to see a lot of it in competitive. I've played some of it here and there in Spellblank, and it has been very feast or famine.
And Belveth just got locked in for this side of late registration. This is... We got a spicy one, boys!
We get to see all the new champions. I love this.
Now, one note about Belveth on the side of late registrations of... I'm going to butcher this name, Von Zipa. When I did look at their OP.GG, they did have a 13 recent games, 69% win rate on the champion. So, they know what they're doing. So we'll see if we'll see how it comes out in a 5 setting against a team like 404. But definitely scary stats to note.
Right. Especially, I like to see late registration drafting the Belveth because I believe their top laner is the highest elo on the team at Plat 4. And one thing that Belveth really likes to do is grab the Herald and just go push in top really hard, and you slingshot Belveth ahead with it, and you slingshot your top laner ahead with it.
Speaking of like slingshotting your top laner, we do see 404 Brain Not Found kind of targeting the top, banning away the Ornn and Alawi, and you kind of see the confusion of 404's draft where you see Warwick and Malzahar banned, because I think they're just as confused as us as to where this Ivern might be going.
Yeah, you have a jungle ban and a mid ban. Who knows? Could be anywhere. We'll find. Love to see here because it's a little worrying doing this on blue side because you're going to be taking both your picks here, and they have red 5 to counter it once they see the full comp.
Okay, that's not a Void Shifter champion. That has to be Synexus. So this is Ivern mid.
With an Echo jungle.
Have you ever heard of Magic Resist? Because I'm purchasing a lot of it if I'm on the side of late registration.
I mean, they can try, but
this is his Kled.
Oh boy, this is a get in there and brawl comp with a Sona to top them all off.
Kled was the other champion I noted before we were live of Shen and Kled for the sign of If No Fun FF. So I'm really excited to see. This is all in on seeing if No Fun FF and Kaysel can carry on the side of 404, and I'm here for it.
They really are. You see Void Shifters taking a back seat there with the Ivern. R5, you see Camille coming in out to see the Kled matchup. That would be a pretty good match for the Camille, I'd assume, because once Kled, he can't really choose when he uses his W attack speed, and then Camille can choose the engagement. So if they take good engages, I could see that going Camille's way.
Now, let me pick your brain a little bit. If you were, say, the coach of 404 Brain Not Found, they went one approach to where I feel like there's a second approach they could have went. They put Void Shifter on this Ivern because he is against the bronze player, which is a pretty big elo gap between him and the other player. Like, we're just going to put that out there. Do you feel putting him on something like the Ivern, where it's kind of like a disrespect to tight like Taiga? Or do you think putting him on one of his more iconic mages, like the Annie, say, or something a little more aggressive where he could have tried to bully the lane, would have been the approach you went with?
He's the most bloodthirsty Annie player I've ever seen. I'm surprised he didn't just lock Annie and try to just nuke this guy at level 6 on repeat. But one of the things I've seen in their previous games is that they've struggled a bit in their lanes, and they might just be doubling down on this and saying, like, yeah, we're going to just play for 5-man fights, we're going to get through our lanes, it's fine.
Now, one thing I agree they have the better 5v5 comp. I don't think there's any way to argue that with Sona Ivern and Nyla. But I am worried about if Bel'Veth gets into the late game and she's able to get onto, like, the Nyla. She can potentially just shred through.
So she's gonna have a lot of bodies piling up on her, and she can use her E kind of like a Master Yi meditate to negate a lot of damage, but I don't know that she'll be able to survive the CC and 4 people throwing their bodies at her.
That's fair. That is completely fair. Plus the Echo can kind of do a good job at, like, getting the assassination on her.
Right. It is a little odd to see the Echo pick coming in. I trust Nexus to navigate it. I've seen him navigate like tougher picks. But with this full melee comp, I'm surprised he's not gonna have a lot of prio to play around. Echo's really good at diving, but his jungle games normally don't seem as good. I'd almost want to see him play like a better ganker because they're gonna get pushed in a lot in their lanes, I would guess.
Yeah, maybe play something like the Warwick, which had gotten banned. But you could see something like, say, maybe an Olaf or an Amumu or something with a little bit more gank setup as opposed to the Echo. Or even Wukong. I know he played a lot of Wukong last time we were casting him.
There has been a Wukong nerf coming in since then. I know some people are moving off it a little bit. It's still good, but it's not the pick-all, be-all that it used to be. Poppy's still up there. She is pretty good in the Bel'Veth because she can stop her dashes, but I'm pretty sure he just wants to play a carry, and this is just his preferred carry tonight.
Yeah, which is completely fair. We can definitely see how this more experimental draft from 404 goes this game. And then there's always a game 2 afterwards.
Calling it experimental seems a little generous. They just walked in for a fun run at them comp, I'm pretty sure. I'm kind of terrified of it.
I'm here for it. I'm here to see how it goes. Now, let's do a little bit of a lane breakdown here since we have a couple of minutes. Starting off in the top lane, Kled versus Camille. Thoughts on that lane?
I touched on it a little bit earlier. Like I said, they did counterpick the Camille into the Kled. So I have faith that he has an idea of how he wants to play this matchup out. And the way I'd see it going down is Kled can't really pick and choose when he has his W. He gives him attack speed steroid whenever he hits something, and a lot of times he's going to be going into the minion wave. And the Camille can do really well is when she sees him start using it, she can hit her Q to start charging up and then just slingshot onto him. She should be able to win those quick trades and back out with her shield on. And I'd say that she's probably going to be able to control this matchup.
Okay. And then I know you touched on a bit earlier, in the jungle matchup while Bel'Veth's looking to farm, we kind of want to see Synexus get a little, even though he's on the Echo, I think we still want to see him try to get a little more aggressive and, try to play for these lanes and maybe get them ahead a little bit, or even look for some potential invades early on to kind of punish the Bel'Veth for how farm heavy she is as a champion.
Yeah, I could go a few ways. I expect Synexus probably to be getting into his lanes. Like I said, he's going to be getting... I assume most of these lanes are going to get pushed in. They're not going to have a lot of prio for him to be really invading into the Bel'Veth with. And even then, Bel'Veth is so mobile that it's not always the best try to invade her, because she can just Stingray, Flappy, flip-flap away, like 4 different directions 4 times. But I think as hard as it is to set up ganks on Echo, he may be able to find some just by walking behind these lanes, as long as his lanes are still healthy. That said, though, you have a few lanes that might be getting bullied here, so it'll just depend on his lanes, really.
Now, how the heck, speaking of lanes getting bullied, how the heck is the Ivern Neeko lane? Because I don't know if I've ever seen this one.
I would like to know that, too. One thing I have faith in, though, that I've seen Void Shifter do is... he'll play champions, not... he plays his mid lane very different from I've seen a lot of champions. Like I said, his Annie is the most bloodthirsty Annie I've ever seen. Is one of my most played as well, and it's like, the way he plays it is just completely different. So we might see him just getting in here and scrapping, constantly fighting, trying to run around with his Echo. I wouldn't put it past him to try to go for a solo kill on this Neeko. I don't think he should ever be able to go for it, because he has to be able to hit her with his Q. He should be getting shoved in, I assume. But who knows? It's Void Shifter. I've seen him do crazier things.
I will say, when he played Ivern with us, he took Ignite and he built full AP. So...
What is the point of playing Ivern just getting PK'd?
I I'm just giving you the facts that I know.
Oh boy.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like him.
So 45 seconds left. Let's touch on the bot lane really quick and then get some predictions in. I think Tristana Leo are kind of going to just have full prio in this lane, and it's on Nyla and Sona to just scale up.
Right. I assume it's the same way. Nyla, she's a melee champion, but she does have the passive where she gets bonus healing and shielding from enchanters. So unlike Samir, where it's just like straight killing all the time, she still synergizes pretty well with and can scale pretty well with these enchanters. I don't think she'll get very much push. If you ever walks to the wave, she's gonna have a Leona in her face. That said, if they can get some 2v2s going where the Leona overcommits, doesn't have a whole lot of support behind her, she can dodge Leona stun with Leona Q cannot hit through Nyla W. It is an auto attack.
Ooh.
And she can stop Tristana Bomb from blowing her up that way as well. Deny some stacks. They have an interesting fighting chance. I think they will lose the push though.
Okay. And then looking at the comps overall, thoughts on how they're going to play out and predictions. I think comp-wise, I do prefer late registrations comp, but as we mentioned earlier, I do think the elo difference is on the side of 404.
Comp-wise, I think late registration looks pretty messy. It's going to be hard to coordinate it. On the side of 404 Brain Not Found, so you got this guy named Kled, he has a dog named Scarl, and he says charge! And then you all run at them. It's going to be great. It's going to be super fun to see that happen at the objectives, because they do love going to every single objective and fighting every objective.
And they do have a lot of mobility with Kled, although he did take Ignite, so he is going to have to choose to ult. Wait! He took Ignite, but Void Shifter took TP?
Hey. Kevin's being a good boy today. Void Shifter might be on a leash. That's crazy.
So, as we touched on a couple runes and summoners, looking through outside of the Ignite and the TP on Void Shifter, I would say themes seem pretty straightforward. Cleanse on Tristana is interesting, considering you want the pressure, but I can see it, just because there is a lot of CC.
There's cleanse value on the Nyla exhaust. Sona ult is pretty hard to buffer with Tristana jump, so maybe it's for that, just so he doesn't get picked out and still jump out. Otherwise, there's Echo Stun as well. Some CC coming out of Ivern as well. Personally, I'd rather just match the exhaust or something on Tristana and just play for kills.
Let's make sure we're connected on time really quick. I'm at 42, 43, 44.
Pause for a second, and then restart it. I'm like 1 second behind you.
49, 50, 51.
Pause for 1 more second.
53, 54.
Worst thing.
Boom.
Perfect, got him.
The best part of the stream, the counting portion. Ooh, Viperous in chat does make a good point. No wriggle on Tristana. It's kind of an in.
Oh, we're getting skin gapped right now.
Honestly. Oh, and we got some action already in the top lane. Camille's level 2, but the pull hits. Doesn't look like anything's gonna happen, but I like to see this fighting early on. Keeps things interesting.
It was a good early all-in on the level 2, because we saw Camille hit 2 first.
Looks like I might have a CS bug. Fixed it.
Oh,
And
that's good. Ooh!
Good jump in. Good knockup by Bel'Veth. Gets the flash by T-Bry, and yeah, that's a successful gank.
It's really unfortunate there that Leona flash E'd and she missed her E.
Oh, she goes in now though, hits the EQ. Nyla taking a little bit of damage, but the wave is just destroying Leona right now.
But they're getting flanked.
But the Bel'Veth comes back around, hits the double knockup. Tristana jumps in, gets the flash. Yeah, the exhaust comes down. That's a lot of damage going on. The poke from Sona comes through. But that is 0 summoners on the side of 404 Brain Not Found. That is an extremely abusable bot lane right now.
I feel like I just got baited like 3 times in a row. I thought they were gonna die, they didn't. And despite Summers being down, you see the other side, red team coming out worse on HP. They're gonna have to recall here.
The other thing to note, look where Echo is right now.
He's getting paid up there on that top side.
Yeah, he says, you're gonna camp my bot lane, I'm gonna take your red buff. See you later.
This is actually huge. He's up 8 CS on the Bel'Veth right now. He didn't get her full top side, but looks like he's invading her.
Yeah, the camera just faded over there. Who gets it? Ooh, he gets the big chicken, too. Synexus!
This is what the benefit of him being up a level 4 right now is. He's gonna get this crab, he got her red, he got her big chicken. He's just to bully her. She got summoners out of that bot lane gank, but she didn't get a kill, which was what she really wanted. Now she's gonna be behind because of it.
Yeah, I mean, we see almost a 600 gold lead right now for the side of 404. Pretty much exactly off farm. You know, we see every lane a little bit ahead, but the big difference is that Echo. Speaking of which, he is going to beat up a Nico while he transitioned to his bot camps. Just a little hello,
Yeah,
I guess.
Just a little fighting. He does a little trolling here, a little drive-by.
Yeah.
Gets the ward in their jungle. Goes back to his camps.
It was tactical. It was the fastest way from point A to point B, so... Ooh.
Oh.
Speaking of, I don't think this is a fight Nyla, or not Nyla, Bel'Veth wants. Camille is fighting Skarl, but Skarl does remount, and Camille has to run, and the solo queue win rate on Bel'Veth looking a little questionable right now.
That's how it feels every time I play Bel'Veth. I don't know how to play the champion. I show up, I slap my Stingray arms around, and it usually goes about as well as it did for,
It might go a little bit better here for Lock 14 on the Camille, though. He does break, but the Kled damage is huge. The flash to get away. Man, if no Fun FF is definitely showing his skill on this champion.
This diamond top laner just ganked the enemy jungler and then proceeded to murder his laner afterwards as well.
This man has no chill, but Bel'Veth, she's pissed. She's coming back. Kled flashes away. She does have the flash to follow, but...
No! Oh my... Bel'Veth missed everything. That's so tragic.
And
she had him dead to rights, but now she's losing the dragon on top of it.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. Look at Echo. Every time Bel'Veth ganks a lane, Synexus is getting something on the opposite side of the map.
He's doing a really good job at just watching where she goes, and oh, we have a fight.
We have a Nico ult here, though. Big Nico ult comes through. The flash comes through. They're taking a lot of damage, though. Synexus is still full. Dragon down, going down. The smite does come through. It is stolen by Bel'Veth, and the fight is getting a little dirty. Tristana hops out as Kaysel is doing a lot of damage. The knockup from Ivern's Daisy comes through. Daisy carrying the fight. Leona goes in, trying to get people away, but I don't think Tristana can get away. She flashed away. Camille comes through. The ultimate comes down. Kaysel has nowhere to go. Tristana hops back over. The kill gets handed over to I Am Legend. He jumps back in. The Leona hits the E. The Q comes in for the stun, but Synexus takes down Leona. Void Shifter has to flash away. Can they pick up this kill? Echo coming through with the shield. They're going for the tower dive. Lock gets the damage down, but unfortunately it is not a fair trade. A triple kill for the side of Synexus as he falls to the bomb. Report Sona, not enough heals.
There's so many bodies in the bot lane river. Is there water or is it just blood? Oh my goodness. We saw that TP difference rearing its head there with if no Fun FF just stuck in top lane while Camille TP down, and I thought they had it turned, but they just went too far, and you saw Synexus and the Echo just cleaning up kills on the back end, just rolling in, tapping them, taking the kill, saying, thanks Void Shifter for playing the diver in support. I got you, don't worry, they're gonna dive you. Oh, I got another one.
And if...
They lost a dragon, but that was still pretty good for 404 Brain Not Found. They're still up 1k off of that.
And Kled got 2 plates off that, so, like, on top of the even trade, he just got paid.
Yeah, like, we saw this Camille controlling the lane early. She got the level 2 first. She pushed him around. And then there was that tragic gank top lane where Bel'Veth got killed. I think this is just Kled's lane now. I don't think this Camille is going to be able to contest him much longer.
The other thing worth noting is we got 4 Darksteel stacks on Synexus from that, so that's gonna add up as this game goes on.
Yeah, I don't see the Darksteel.
the Kled ult comes through. Bel'Veth hits the knockout. I don't think Kled can get away from this. The Bel'Veth is just sticking onto him like glue. Pulls out the little pincers and goes, yeah. But Lock 14 takes the kill. Leona's going in now, but this does not seem like a good trade. The Sona poke comes through.
Again, at the end, we just see the dodge coming out of Nyla. The Tristana bomb's down, but they can't go too much farther on it because it just doesn't stack.
Neeko walking into Synexus and Ivern. Oh, Void Shifter misses the Q though. And Bel'Veth is coming through. The Neeko ult comes through to get the stun and the shield, but the tower dive does come through. Echo had ult that was pretty free, and again, we're just seeing a Synexus hard carry.
It's a Synexus gap, just like always.
Honest, dude's doing his best to get Pog yet again this series.
That is it's still a close game. I just see one interaction with the Bel'Veth and the Kled that I haven't thought about. Bel'Veth E, when she slaps the ground a lot, it does % missing health damage. And when Kled is dismounted, his health is very low, and so it's pretty easy to deny him that remount, and it'll always target whoever's lowest. So hopefully they might have a chance in the team fights later on if they group up. If Kled goes in, they might be able to pop him.
Leona, I don't think that was an engage you want. Oh, but this might be... We gotta fight top lane, and there you see it, the knockup coming through for the % health. Leona goes down to Kaysel. Kled remounts. Can he get the double kill? Ooh, no, he cannot. Lock picks up the kill. And we have action all over the Rift again. We actually have both Synexus and Void Shifter coming in top lane. I don't know if Lock can get away from this. Goes under tower. Is this an execute? It is an execute!
He gets the execute.
Oh, man. This game is just as action-packed as the last one.
This is wild. They see people, they kill people, or sometimes they kill themselves. Who knows?
Now, I do want to ask Void Shifter what's going on. Why are you playing for your team now? We got the support item coming in too? God, he must like these guys or something.
He might be going for a mandate with that, but it could just be a Moonstone. Who knows?
Another failed gank bot lane here by Bel'Veth.
Again, other than the top lane when Kled's overextending, it's just been really hard for this Bel'Veth to find a spot in this game. Maybe when the Rift Herald... who has the Rift Herald right now? Synexus has it as well. He's denied her that. He's doing a great job just denying this Bel'Veth.
He's done a really good job at every time she shows taking something. Which is what you would expect from, such a high elo jungler.
Right. We do have Dragon up though, and Bel'Veth is recalling. I was hoping with the Neeko ult up, Bel'Veth really wants those epic monsters because it gives her a stack for passive, and she can get into her form and start pushing with it. But they just recall, they just think the 4/4 brain not found is too strong right now, and they don't go for it.
Yeah, she's also, insanely behind on golden inventory. If we, take a look, she's currently 2,000 gold alone behind Echo as we see another fight break out here top lane, but nothing goes through.
Right. With the... It looked like he might have misplayed it with his Q, the bear trap on a rope. So he dashed forward, and it looked like the bear trap on a rope went backwards because of it.
Yeah, a little bit of butterfingers here and there. He's nervous being on stream, first time playing with the team. He's got some big pants to live up to from T-Bry, so...
Oh, this Sona's out of position.
Yeah, T-Bry is not in a good spot. Does get stunned, gets knocked up. Tristana does have to hop in, but the big kill by Kaysel, pulling 3 in, putting Tristana in a bad place. The Echo ult comes through and destroys them! Synexus and Kaysel are doing so much damage! Now the Kled ult comes through for good measure.
I've got the family picture right at the end. Jeez! Why the charge?
Same thing, right? For Kled?
Exactly. Oh, and they're going to finish off this mid tower now too. They got the Herald push on. It seemed really odd that when the fight started, Sona was just sitting in the bush. Unfortunately, Leona missed her E. If they picked that Sona at the start of the fight, maybe that comes out differently. But they ended up just funneling really hard on her, straight into that huge Nyla ult, like he called. Echo snapped into the back line, started assassinating people. It just looked like they didn't really have a chance once it started.
Yeah, I mean, I think what it is they're just slapping them with their wallets. If we take a look now at... Before it was like around a 3,000 gold lead. Now we're looking, it's almost a 7,000 gold lead for the side of 404 Brain Not Found. They...
It was rough when Belveth was sitting on a Noon Quiver and Synex's Echo had a whole Proto Belt in his inventory and boots.
Yeah.
And it was getting bigger.
Yeah. You know, we were questioning the Echo pick as opposed to playing something that could gank more, but if you're just gonna get the kills anyways, you may as well play Echo.
Yeah, maybe late registration is not used to playing these lanes like this, but they have big range advantages in most of their lanes.
We might see them get something here, though. They have been bullying this Kled. He does have a really good flash out there, though.
With how much Belveth has been up there, she hasn't gotten a lot out of this Kled.
Oh my!
1-2-1, and the Belveth is 0-2-3.
I hate to make you worried. Echo has the second item, Lich Bane, already. Oh, the catch on T-Bry, though? The Sona ult comes through. But he is kind of surrounded. He's not going to be able to get away. There's just... Void Shifter might also get caught. The stun comes through. The Leona pulling all the CC. The I Am Legendary picks up the kill. And Kled says, oh, the big Nico ult, but here comes Synexis. One-shots the Belveth. The Kled comes through the double kill. Can it be the triple kill for Synexis? How much are we going to feed this man? He's 10-1-2 with 2 items at 15 minutes.
And now we watch Nyla clear wards and help.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was all over the place. Again, Leona just missing the CC, needed to pop that Sona at the start of it. They spent a lot of time on him, and they're not able to rotate over to Void Shifter fast enough to really get that fight out clean. And by the time they finished it, Echo walks up, says, "Hey, you wanna know what this Lich Bane does? It's new. It kills you. It kills them real good."
We're at 15 minutes with 10 Darksteel stacks.
This one might be a little rough.
Yeah, the 9k gold deficit at 16 minutes, and you know, honestly, I'm surprised Tristana didn't take more damage there.
Tristana narrowly escapes with her life. That was an E and a Q2 from Echo to half health Belveth.
Oh, he's going for it.
Done.
Oh, wait, can he? Oh, but he couldn't get the ult off! That is 1,000 gold over to Tristana! And the Tristana now gets the shutdown on Kaysel! They might have overpushed. T-Bry might also go down to the CC here. A triple kill for Tristana! I was just about to ask how they come back into this game, but 404 Brain Not Found might have just given them the chance. Void Shifter does no damage. I Am Legendary picks up the unofficial quadra kill. Oh
Yeah.
my God, we have a game, boys.
That was insane. The Echo just went too far. He got hit with Leona Q, Tristana ult, Belveth CC probably in there too, Nico. They threw the book.
Tristana has 3,200 gold. She is gonna base, and she bought she was about to buy a full Phantom Dance. She bought the full Phantom Dancer. She is back in this game.
Hopefully they can make this work. It is a lot of attack speed. They are still down gold though. Maybe I would like to see like maybe a bit of a different build, maybe a Storm Razor to look for picks and slow people. Because the main thing that happened that won them that fight was going to pick on Echo. He went too far. I still don't think they have a chance if they group up against him.
While I definitely agree that they still have a lot of a mountain to climb, I think it is a start and it gives you something to play around on the side of late registration. Your goal now is to just make sure Tristana doesn't die. And they're not doing a very good job at that so far. The Nyla comes through, pulls in 3. If No Fun picks up a kill. Synexis grabs one. The double kill for Synexis. the triple kill again for Synexus. Let me rephrase that. So, when I said oh wait, he's going for the Quadra! He gets the unofficial Ace Quadra as well. One good unofficial Quadra deserves another, I guess.
Hey, so Nexus gave him the homie stock, gave the Tristana the Quadra, said, come at me again, see what happens. Unofficial Quadras him right back.
Synexus said if you're gonna swing at the king, you better not miss. And, late registration missed that time, unfortunately.
You know, I'm just saying, T-Bry's been looking a little sus on his position in the Sona, but he did just bait them for like the millionth time onto him into losing a fight.
Oh, are we gonna see the... the Camille ult comes through, keeps the Nexus there, the Leona ult also stuns him! He has no way out! This is gonna be this... Oh my god, there's no way he lives! There's no way he lives! Synexus is a mad lad and gets away! I thought for sure he gave over... He's actually going back in! Look at his health from Sona and Ivern! What did I just watch?
Ivern and Sona showed up and said, hello boy who lived, don't die. Love, mom.
They said, look, some people question if you're the main character of Arcane, and they're doing the best to show Echo is the main character.
I want to point out that Queso just griefed T-Bry. He pulled the mini Krugs onto him as he was recalling the Queso's recall and then just left.
Oh, I mean, that's what you do when you take top lane from someone, right? You just start trolling them?
Now that T-Bry's on the ball as his support, you know, put him in his place.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it looks like 404 Brain Not Found is full-on happy gaming at this point.
You know, I thought we had a chance. Oh my god. The Echo's inventory compared to Bel'Veth's makes me want to cry. He has almost 4 items with a death cap to Bel'Veth's Kraken Slayer boots. He is over double her gold.
Hey, don't worry. She got those merch right. She got that magic resist like you pointed out earlier. That's gonna help, right? Copio?
Well, magic resist doesn't help with a Baron, unfortunately.
True.
Oh, hold on.
This one was pushing mid, so I think they know.
Oh! Where did Von Zipa just go?
Bye-bye.
Where did you go?
What happened?
And Nico Tristana, I don't think you're in friendly territory.
Oh!
Oh, goodbye!
Straight away, ladies and gentlemen. Echo.
Oh, he said another one. Call this man DJ Khaled.
Oh, I wish he just built an Infinity Edge or something at this point. He has so many items, it doesn't matter.
He's got to go for the Fortnite. He's got to go for the 20 bomb. What was it in Call of Duty? The nuke? The nuke was at 20, wasn't it?
Moab? Yeah. It might have been, I don't remember how many it was. You're probably right. We're calling even 20.
Yeah. Well, if no FF is going to ruin that, he only gets 18, it looks like. Maybe he can dive Tristana and Camille and Fountain? Oh, he's going! He's going! There's one! One more kill! One more for the nuke! Come on, Synexus!
Get the nuke!
Get the nuke! Get the nuke! Get the nuke! Come on, team! Help him out! Help him out! Yes, here it comes! Oh, no! Oh no! Kaysel stole the kill! Kaysel stole the kill! Report Kaysel! Stop the nuke! Report Kaysel! Oh wait! He's going! He's going! He's going for it! He's going for it! Can he get it? Dive the Nexus! Dive the Nexus for the 20 bomb!
Dive Nexus! Dive Nexus!
No!
Voice should have tried to give him the way in. The rest of the team said no. Kaysel said, you're not getting the 20 bomb.
Oh my god. We almost seen a 20 bomb on stream.
It's gonna be a report Kaysel angle.
Honestly.
If you look at the damage There's a big number in there. Can you tell me what that number is, Richie?
I can't because my graph no work.
Big number. Mr. Synexus, Mr. Echo, Mr.
Oh,
Worldwide himself, 27,000 damage. Do you want to guess what the closest on late registration was in damage?
well, I see the damage now on the scoreboard at 11,820 from Camille. So over double the next person's damage. Oh, I got trolled.
Yeah.
The lobby
Yeah.
is locked. The lobby is no longer locked. Oh, the lobby is still full. I'm getting trolled.
Game stuck. Game stuck. Game stuck.
Let me in. Let me in.
All right, these gamers need to learn how to move down and spectate. There we go.
All right. So, in all seriousness, as much fun as we got to have casting that game with the Synexus show, what does late registration do to let's aim realistically. What do they do to at least like have a chance to give it their best shot?
So I tried to start talking about it a little bit during the game, but they wouldn't stop running it down. My advice would be, hey guys, just take a breath. You outrange every lane. You had push in most of your lanes. You can just chill. You can farm. You should be able to be up and farm. You should be able to make space for your Bel'Veth to play. What instead they did is they ran it. They kind of just ran at them in every lane. Bel'Veth tried to go bottom super early, lost her whole not her whole top, she had her Krugs. She lost her red buff and then got bullied at her chickens and made fun of for being a stingray. And then Synexus just took over the game. Another thing, the ganks just weren't happening. Maybe the Bel'Veth is just too difficult to navigate. If they want to play an early ganker, go for something that's a little bit easier to execute, like a Xin Zhao maybe. Because Bel'Veth spent so much time top lane, just fed a kill over, and then was usually just getting bamboozled every time they went up there.
Now, Vanzeepa does have quite a few early gankers that they can go with in their strategy, like if that's what we want to see. There's the Vi, the Warwick, the Kayn, Amumu, Shaco, and Udyr. So I definitely think we could see something along that strat. I don't want to see the Bel'Veth. I don't want to see the Master Yi. I want to see you try to get some tempo going, and I really want to see you play around Lock 14. Because honestly, Lock looked pretty good that game, all things considered.
Right, right. It looked like Locke was doing well on his R5 counter pick. Maybe just see him, instead of like throwing his body into the lane, just warding around it, playing around it, maybe even vertical jungling top side. They could do more to support it than just going up there, because he did spend most of his time ganking top lane last game. He just wasn't able to get anything for it and was just overextending himself and putting himself behind and putting his top laner Lock 14 behind as well because of it.
Mm-hmm. The other thing, I did like the aggressive look bot lane, especially into the blue one Sona. I think playing something like that, like I agree with you. I kind of just want to see all 5 of these people just kind of pick like balls to the walls champions, and try to get that lead and then try to run with it. Kind of basically what 404 did, except maybe a little less inty than how 404 did it.
Yeah, like I said, I liked what they had for their bot lane last game too, but just the Leona just wasn't able to connect with those Zenith blades the E's were missing. In a different world, you flip that coin again, maybe they come out ahead on their bot lane, they have somewhere to play around. Maybe that Tristana gets that Phantom Dancer by killing people and not by killing Snexus when he's running it down under tower and can't press R. I think they definitely had a chance. They did some things right that I like. Play it back, calm down, breathe a little bit, see how it goes. Because I don't, as funny as it was, it's probably not unwinnable. Just clean the gameplay up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if one of those 2 to 3 ganks we've seen from Bel'Veth bot lane actually connects, who knows? That could be a completely different game at that point,
Yeah, yeah. As for what we see next game, we might see a Camille ban coming in from 404, just so they can't counterpick that into the Kled. But they are going to be on red side, it looks like, and I think they're getting ready for draft here.
Yeah, it looks like we're getting into it, so we'll get to see how the draft changes up. I wouldn't mind seeing a Kled ban phase 2 from late registration. They hit 2 bans. I think they hit Ornn and... I can actually take a look really quick as we see the Shen ban coming through. They hit Ornn Alawi. Maybe one of those could be Kled phase 2.
I believe 404 banned the Ornalawi. Late registrations banned
Yes,
for
yes,
Shen,
yes.
plain Volibear, and then they banned. They were confused. They banned Warwick and Malzahar in the second phase.
That's right. So
Um,
put some spec on If No Fun FF's name.
he definitely deserves it. He played really well that game with all the pressure he got.
So far, we're looking at the salty run back though, just on opposite sides.
Yeah. I find it really odd if they ban the Volibear again. Synexus seen. I'm sure he can pilot the Volibear well. But he seemed to like playing other stuff. Volibear seems a little bit too meta for him, dare I say.
Yeah.
The Echo Band, there we go.
What I would love to see is when Void Shifter was first telling me about Synexus, he mentioned that when Synexus hit Challenger, he was a Kindred one trick. So I would love to see Synexus pull out the Kindred at some point.
I don't know if this man cares what he plays from when I was talking to him. I think he just Rolodex, hits random, takes whatever it gives him. Says, this is playable in the jungle, sure.
Now, we do
But-
see that aggressive jungler first pick in Amumu, the gank heavy that you would like to see from late registration.
Yeah, it could also be bot lane, maybe even with how Sock'em Sniper seem to like the engage supports.
True, true.
At least with Amumu, if you don't connect with a Q, you can Q to a minion maybe, get the ult off still. We'll see how it goes. Renata coming in on red 1. We'll see what they pair it with. They hovered the Draven earlier. They're probably thinking of some stuff to pair it with. Pairs really well with Callista, with a Draven. Likes to pair with a lot of the really aggressive lanes.
I would love to see some Draven here. Just X gonna give it to him.
Does Kaysel play it? Oh, the Twitch. I like that even more. They don't have a lot of pressure on him to win that lane. Twitch will be a monster. If he hits his Bork, he can stealth in. You give him the Renata W, open up with his ult, and it's pretty much lights out for the enemy bot lane if he gets that far.
Ooh, that is... this is what I like to see. If you have a bad game where you just get stomped, go to the basics. Amumu ult, Misfortune ult. Easy to execute.
Yeah.
I love
This would be perfect. I like the read from late registration because they were able to fight 404 Brain Not Found at every dragon ever, it seems like. And Nico had these huge ultimates, but there just wasn't damage to follow it up. If they'd pick another big AoE mage in the mid lane with Misfortune and Amumu ult, I think a lot of those fights last game were different.
Yeah, we could also see if the Amumu is jungle, we could see something like the Rel or the Brand also. That could help with that Wombo that we're mentioning.
Oh, Brand would be spicy.
Oh, Zyra too. That also works.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's a little odd to see the Zyra drafted this early. The lane will be good because they have a lot of range now, and they can blow that Twitch out. But with this Amumu, it kind of signals they want to go in and get these big wombos off. Zyra can kind of struggle and fall behind the play a little bit. Zyra likes people coming into her more in team fights, so like the lane's pretty good into the Twitch still.
Now, the one thing is, too, as we see the Volibear locked in here, we actually do have flex picks, though. Like, the Zyra could go mid, and the Amumu could go support. We could see, the Amumu jungle, the Zyra mid still. And same thing with this Volibear. It could go to Synexus, or it could also go to If No Fun FF. So we do want to keep that in mind a little bit, and we see the Warwick ban coming through from late registration to kind of confirm that as well.
It's really odd that they just keep banning Warwick when there's I don't know that Synexus, maybe I just haven't seen it from him. Because it's probably banned all the time, I guess, if he plays it. I'm not sure. But the Volibear sounds terrifying for him. I feel like he's just going to be diving lanes on repeat. I'd like to see a pushing lane coming in for 404 Brain Not Found here. Maybe in mid lane or top lane. They have an R5 pick for it. And they could just dive on repeat and get this Volibear super fed.
Maybe like an Annie?
Annie might struggle to push into lane, but she does do a ton of damage, and they have good single target lockdown if they want to go for a mid lane gank. Interestingly, it's the same bans as last game for second rotation coming out of late registration, the Warwick and the Malzahar. Maybe it makes me think they're just not quite sure what they want to ban.
Do you just blind the Kled
Um,
here?
I don't think you blind top lane for 4 for Brain Not Found. I think you save it for R5. Void Shifter has a lot of those safe mages you can play to clear waves like Victor that are better R4.
That's fair. That's fair. We'll have to see what the
Um,
answer is here from late registration.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing what Locke's top lane pick is that Nelly has to blind it.
Ooh, Galio. Now that
Okay,
also
the
could be
Galio-
bot or mid.
If it is mid, Galio is a really good answer into the Volibear dives. He can just, they know Volibear's on that side of the map, he starts cheating down a little bit. Volibear ults, turns the tower off, boom, you got a Galio instead. And he can usually keep you there under that tower long enough for it to turn back on as well. And it can make it a little more complicated.
Well, why'd you have to go and make things so complicated?
I don't know the rest of that song, so I'm not gonna sing it.
But I know Darius is a bit of an ego pick from Lock 14.
I think this man's mad. He doesn't like what just happened to him in the top lane.
He says, screw it, I don't need a team. Give me Darius. I'll win this game myself.
It is a nice pick as well. It's blind. He wants something strong that he can really influence the map with himself. There are a few counters to it. I don't think that Ornn is one of them, though.
You looked good on Kled. Here's an Ornn game, baby.
Oh no. I think this man just got put on full island duty. They just locked Ornn R5 for him? No way.
It looks like we're going to take a couple minutes before hopping into game. The one thing about 404 Brain Not Found's draft this game feels super all in on Kasil again. Like, more so than last time, I feel like.
They do have a big carry coming out of the mid lane this time, in the Victor. I feel like we just traded solo laners who's playing support this time. We got an Ornn who's like, yeah, if you get to 14 minutes, I'll be here, guys. Don't worry, you'll get your upgrades. Or I said 14 minutes for level 14. A little bit later than 14 minutes.
If he's level 14 at 14 minutes, we got some issues.
Right. I wouldn't expect the Ornn to be Giga Turbo L9 Rise 400 CS hacking that hard.
It would really make me wonder why they're putting all the eggs in the Ornn basket if that does happen.
Game 1 was too easy, and then they just devised this funnel strategy for Ornn. Let's go.
See, what you don't know is it's actually Synexus on Ornn jungle, and he's going to take the CS from all the lanes.
Bring back funnel. It was the best.
I don't know about that, but...
Look, I'm just saying, people that play... Back when Twisted Treeline 3v3s were a thing, funnel was alive and well long before it came to Summoner's Rift, and then Summoner's Rift players ruined it.
Well, we're apparently waiting on Brian. So while we...
Brian? It's always Brian. Heck, Brian.
Honestly, gosh, all my homies hate Brian, right?
Brian's the worst.
Oh. He's here not listening.
Yeah?
I was just gonna say, since we do have a bit of time here, we can kind of break down things a little bit like we did last time. The Darius versus Ornn matchup, I can't imagine is fun for Ornn.
It shouldn't be. Ornn's a little different from most tanks in the sense that he can fight back at least. He has some really big burst coming out of his combos. He procs his brittle. Depending on like what rune he goes, he might go for Spellbook and try to like swap to the Ignite for a cheesy kill if this Darius is trading a lot and he gets under half HP. Ornn could absolutely clap him out still. If Ornn goes Grasp though, like a normal Ornn does, not a Psycho, you usually want small trades, and I think Darius will win those over the long term. Darius will probably get pushed in this lane as well, just because it's not a safe place for the Ornn. He has some options, but I think it's going to go to the Darius ultimately.
Now, what are you expecting in the jungle from Amumu and Volibear? Both of these junglers are a lot different than what we've seen from Bel'Veth and Echo. I feel like both of these junglers are going to be looking for those early ganks, the early plays, as opposed to what we had seen last game where both junglers kind of tried to farm up and, you know, play their own game. I feel like both these junglers want to play for their team a bit more.
Yeah, the Amumu definitely wants to play for his team a little bit more. With how much he was ganking early, I like to see this Amumu pick instead, where he has more CC for it, more lockdown. He is good at farming and getting to his demonic embrace spike, but he's also good at ganking too. He can do it a little bit of a PogChamp can do it all. I really like the state Amumu's in right now. The Volibear on the other side, if he runs that Volibear in the jungle, someone's gonna go, oh shit, a bear, and he's probably dead. Volibear is really strong in these duels. Last game we saw Snex getting really strong through his farming. The Echo is just kind of avoiding the Bel'Veth. This time he might look more to just try to match this Amumu and just try to shut him out of the game. Because like I said, he's a lot stronger like that. Sometimes Volibear likes to dive his lanes with his ultimate, he can shut the tower off. I don't think he'll be able to get pushed in a lot of these lanes though. Bot lane definitely does not have push, Twitch is too short range. Mid lane probably has push. But they'd be diving a Galio. And we'll have to see how top lane goes. He might just spam gank top lane if that Darius pushes.
Now, I know you did mention you liked the Galio side of this mid lane matchup, but do you care to kind of explain the reasoning for that and why you like to see this Galio pick into a mage like Viktor?
Right. The Viktor's is going to be trying to farm his lane, get his creeps, count his numbers, count his gold. This Galio likes to get down and dirty, likes to punch people in the face, you know. He can scrap into that Viktor if he wants. If there's a jungle 2v2, he can ult to it. If this Amumu gets caught up by that Volibear. My main thing that I like about this Galio is Nexus was a monster last game, and Galio was really good at getting around the map and trying to stymie some of that. If this Amumu wants to go aggressive as well, he can assist in that, because last time the jungle was able to like really connect in these ganks. Galio can help with that a lot.
Okay. Now,
I guess the Viktor side I didn't really talk about. I don't expect a whole lot from Void Shifter this time. Last game he was just roaming around, following his jungler like a dog on a leash, giving him shields, giving him uppies, keeping Echo alive while he's going for crazy dives. He'll probably do a lot more farming this time around and look to play a little bit more selfishly. He won't want to do a whole lot in the early game, I'd assume, into this Galio.
odds that he takes Ignite or TP this game?
I think he's reformed. I think he takes TP.
You think he's finally gone to the bright side? He's gonna take TP on his control mages?
I don't think even Void Shifter is greedy enough to try to run Ignite Viktor into a Galio. I don't see the damage sticking too early on to that Galio from a Viktor.
I definitely agree with that, and I hope to see it, but I'll be curious to see with Void Shifter.
Well, hear me out. I think into a Galio he'd run out of mana before he killed the Galio, but if he takes TP, he can get more mana to kill the Galio.
Ooh, that's a good point.
If he took TP, I'm pretty sure that's what he's thinking. That's the only way he'd get him to take TP.
Look. You'll never run out of mana. You can kill him more. The spot lane, I imagine, is going to be kind of boring pre-6. I feel like all of these champions just want their ultimates.
From the side of 404 Brain Not Found, Twitch definitely wants his ultimate. He's gonna be pretty short range until then. This Misfortune Zyra though could just bully the crap out of him. I want to see them really push him in, get some poke down, and really just make this Twitch's life miserable and deny him that work power spike for as long as possible. They have a lot that they can work with, and they could play pretty aggressive if they want. They have a ton of poke coming out. And that's definitely where I'd probably see them playing around this game.
Now, when we look at the comp as a whole, I think late registration definitely drafted a really good 4-1 comp here, where because Amumu, Galio, Misfortune, and Zyra work so well together, and Darius is gonna look to just pick apart the side lane, and I feel like 404 Brain Not Found, while they don't really have a good answer to Darius, they kind of double down on the team fight set where They're like, look, we're gonna just team fight better than you. If your Darius doesn't get enough in the side lane, we're gonna overwhelm you with Ornn, Volibear dives, and the late game damage that both Twitch and Victor can output.
Right. The late game comp out of 404 Brain Not Found is a little bit harder to execute. But they have huge damage carries here in the late game if they get to it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like I said, late registration, they have a lot easier comp to play. And honestly, I like that more than I like having the big damage. They have these big ults from Miss Fortune, Amumu, Galio, and they also have options in the side lane with the Darius. He can group if he wants to. He'll have a Galio to back him up if he needs to enter these team fights. So, like I said, I'd say both comps are both pretty good. Late registration a little easier to execute though.
We will have to see if the execution can come off the momentum that 404 Brain Not Found has from game 1. I feel like when you almost drop a 20 bomb, it gets you a little hype.
I know for me, especially playing AD carry, you go off of your Infinity Edge power spike last game, you're up kills, you're gliding around the map, one-hitting everything.
Void Shifter took Ignite.
He took Ignite? Okay. I had the wrong read. Last game he went, nah. Get me off the Ivern. I want to use my own 2 hands. I want to just watch the Nexus kill them all.
Time check really quick. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
I'm behind you.
I'm paused at 31.
Pause and I'll count. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33.
We're caught up. We did it.
Congratulations.
So, summoners and rune-wise, outside of that, the exhaust from Galio is also interesting with the triple arcane comet as well, coming in from late registration.
Wow.
They're pokey.
The exhaust is really odd out of Galio. Usually you see Ignite or a teleport. I would have liked to see a teleport. I don't really know what he plans to do with that exhaust. Because Victor's damage is so... it comes in bursts. It's around his abilities. You don't get the same value out of that like you do exhausting an AD carry. That's why you see in volume so much, because like their damage is so consistent. You get big value out of it. If Victor drops his laser and his combo before Galio can get in range to exhaust him, he just doesn't get value out of his exhaust.
Now, could the call for the exhaust be that I'm generically good against mages, so I want this just to make sure I don't die to Twitch?
Maybe, but same thing. If he's fighting Twitch, Twitch will usually be at ult range. It won't be in range to exhaust. I'd rather see him just take TP.
Yeah, I would have definitely rather seen a TP as well. Just kind of picking your brain as to the reasoning behind it. And we see Twitch with the 3 CS to Miss Fortune 0. Or is my...
yeah, she got 0 CS. She missed her whole first wave. Her whole first melee wave.
I was worried that my CS was bugged again, but...
Nope, you're good. Not a bug.
Not a bug. This one's a feature. Galio getting in there a little bit.
No, bot lane hit level 2 first for Casewell and T-Bry, which is really surprising. But maybe they got a little spooked when they missed all that CS.
Miss Fortune just said I'm going home. I'll see you guys later.
404 Brain Not Found's bot lane is definitely tossing them around a little bit down here. Usually you wouldn't see this kind of control coming out of them when they're so short range. But it looks like late registration is not spacing their abilities too well. They're playing a little bit too far back when they don't need to, and then they're playing too far forward when they shouldn't. It is a little bit difficult to play poke like this if you're not spacing correctly. But hopefully they can bring it back here. Like, they still have opportunities, not out of the lane yet.
Now, just to kind of like, since we're at a pretty dull point, and I always like to kind of use these points to like explain things, how, like, you mentioned you want to see the poke coming out of late registration. Kind of explain like how you would like to see them do that and what that would mean for maybe some less experienced viewers who might not quite understand the term poke.
Yeah, so you have the Arcane Comet from both Zyra and MF, which means they want to play long range, they want to poke them out. They don't really want to auto-trade. Oh, but there's a face check.
Ooh. The face check comes in from the Renata Glask. Amumu hits him with the CC, and this is exactly what we meant. Look at how much easier that gank was on the Amumu as opposed to the Bel'Veth, and you get that kill. That is already a great advantage compared to what we've seen last game from the side of the side of late registration, rather.
Right, it's good to see some early life coming out of them here. Because I was a little worried this Pokemon's going to be behind because they don't like to get up there and brawl. They want to stay far away to deal their damage. But luckily they have that gank, not a face checks. Easy peasy, send them back to base, get this wave push in and reset.
Oh my god, the flash from Toit like a Taiga leads to the kill. The flash comes out from Viscopa, but he picks up the kill. We're at a 2-0 Amumu, baby!
Oh boy, a Moo carry angle, let's go.
He said Synexus carried last game, it's my turn.
I learned watching you.
In before 20 bomb Amumu.
I was a little worried when I saw Toit like a Toiga. He died before he got his Galio W off. He didn't reactivate it early enough. He didn't get the taunt, but luckily Von Zippa played that pretty well. When Void Shifter tried to drop down the W, he just flashed out of it, finished the kill pretty easily. This Amumu was definitely going places.
Now, can we just talk about how great the mid laners' names are in this league? We had, ooh, we might actually see a little bit of aggression first from Toit like a Taiga, but looks like it's going to be a pretty easy trade there. We had, was it Clipmaster 69 last time, if I remember?
Something like that. Yeah, this is a good one.
It's something along those lines, and now we have Toit like a Toiga. Like,
I think Magic Dong was still my favorite for the Heimerdinger one trick.
Oh yeah, that was also a good one.
It looks like this mid lane's going pretty well in Galio's favor at this point. Void Shifter does have his ultimate, but he's not going to drop it on him there. I was able to get this poke in, get this damage in. This is pretty smooth sailing out of late registration early on this time. Then you even see the bot lane pushing in again. They're using that poke where just this Twitch can't answer it back. They're staying healthy, but there's a fight in the river.
So face checks into Synopsis, and Synexus flashes away. So another win for the side of the Amumu in the jungle matchup this game.
Yeah, I really like to see that. Like we said, late registration just kind of calmed down. Oh, the Ornn though.
Oh. Darius is going to try to spin, but Ornn makes himself unstoppable. The poke is coming down. We see Twitch get half health, but no ults in the bot lane, so I don't think we're going to see too much more action here.
Yeah, nothing found right now, but this is definitely, it looks like 404 Brain Not Found might be feeling themselves a little bit after last game. They're just walking in and face checking people constantly right now, and they're really paying for it at the moment. But knowing this team, I'm not too worried. Their strong suit is mainly when they start grouping up for these objectives. I don't know if it's like just Nexus popping the team around, although we see action in the top lane.
Ooh, the flash from If No Fun FF to get away from the Darius combo there. The Galio comes in, hits the taunt, gets a little bit of damage off, but does ultimately take more damage. The Ignite comes through, but the flash from Toit like a Taiga does get him out of Victor ult range there. And, ooh, Kaysel, he ults, but the Zyra CC keeps the Sakum Sniper. That is a tough one. That's a tongue twister. What is,
fine here. He has his jungler coming up. It's really tragic, though. There's some miscommunication there. Sakum Sniper was all in. He's like, I'm gonna turn, I'm gonna hit the Zyra E. We've got him dead to rights. Legendary just says, nah, I'm busy. I'm shopping. Bye.
Deuces.
A free kill there.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to see. And now I know you had mentioned that you liked the Galio spot prior to that kill. The only thing that worries me is that he's getting double CS right now.
That's pretty normal for Galio. You're just a big meathead. You're gonna go down CS generally in a melee matchup into a range like this.
Okay.
Usually want to try to keep it a little bit closer than this because it's 8 minutes. He's at 30 CS, but he's been trading pretty well. You will see this start to punish him later on, like when Void Shifter just dropped the ult and the Ignite on him there earlier, just because he's getting ahead at this point. But he's still strong to move around the map and play with the rest of his team. He has been making it pretty hard for Brain Not Found to make these early plays like he did last game. It's not the end of the world for Galio to be down in CS. He doesn't want to be this far down, but he's doing okay still.
Okay. So he just brings enough to the team that, even being down, this much CS, it doesn't really matter because when you come from the skies, you're just there to protect anyways.
Right. He's a pretty low econ jungler, or mid laner. You don't need a ton of resources. You do your job enabling your team just as well if you're 100 CS or 60 CS.
Okay. So then, has a really good handshake lands, but that was a bit aggressive on the Misfortune ult and the Amumu ult. This might actually get a kill though. The Renata ult comes through. It pulls them under tower though, and the Twitch unloads on them. The shutdown for Kaysel. That is not what you want to see if you're a fan of late registration.
Oh, it looked a little forced at first, then it looked fine. But the huge Renata ultimate under tower. You hate to see it. Legendary Sock'em Sniper and Von Zippa just walked into their tower and suddenly realized they hate each other and started beating the crap out of each other, and the Twitch ult came in and just wiped them out.
T-Bry making plays in the bot lane like he did in the top lane.
They had the Amumu in the bush there. I wish they were just like a little bit more patient. They could have gone for a cleaner dive, just waited for the wave to get in, or just wait for them to come out a little bit. But it looked like Von Zippa just wasn't really feeling it, didn't really like the angle, and Sock'em Sniper just said, "Nah, I got
We might
this."
be seeing a good gank here. An amazing flash from Void Shifter to get out of there.
That's the dangerous part about playing, even though Void Shifter is up on CS, he just doesn't get to have flash ever. And when he does have flash on, he has to be a lot more careful when he's pushing this lane.
This Darius is doing his thing in the top lane, but I like kind of like the Galio as you mentioned in the mid lane. I like the orange shoes here being 0-0-0 in the top lane against Darius at 11 minutes.
He's a champ up there. He's been getting pushed around in lane and pushed in. We've seen the Darius fighting him. Darius is zoning him right now. He's not dropping a lot of CS, which is pretty good for him because he still does like to have those resources. Orange isn't as
the big root comes through. But the Volibear Synexus comes through with the ult, and Snepa is not in a good space. Kaysel picks up the kill. The Galio ult comes through, and the Misfortune Bullet Time picks up the kill. Unfortunately, Kaysel is able to get away with his life, ending in a 1-for-1.
Not bad.
Yeah, the Void Shifter gets to pick up this tower, so I favor 404 on it, but you kind of got to look for those fights with late registrations comp.
Yeah, and like we saw here, Volibear went for a gank, and you just see that Galio ult coming in. It looked a little bad at first, because he was a little late on it. Maybe he's a little earlier, you turn that fight even harder. But it does just stop everything that Snecks was trying to do down there, and it just stymies them. I think the Galio pick here was huge value.
Yeah, I'll be excited to see once we get a little bit more damage. And, oh no, Scorn Sniper.
Oh, T-Bry is not missing these handshakes. I thought that was a little unfortunate when Zyra just ran his thumbs up and thought she was just out, and the Twitch appears out of nowhere. If Kaysel had flash, that was just a dead Zyra right there, just sitting there emoting.
T-Bry, this man took notes from Patrick and SpongeBob because he firmly grasps it. Oh.
Just seeing a little fighting over wards over here. Zyra is pretty low, so she'd probably want to go back. This Twitch just killed her, I guess.
Kaysel says hello, but the barrier comes through. But now we're getting the unload on I Am Legendary. I do think Misfortune's going to be able to live a little with Renata ult from T-Bry there. Keeps everyone alive, but you're not happy to see this on the side of late registration. The bot lane has kind of turned tempo.
Oh, we see a dragon fight though without their bot lane. Do they really contest this? I don't think
what is Void Shifter doing? He kind of just got blown up there. They do get the dragon on Synexus, and This Victor ult is just melting them still. And the turret dive from Synexus comes through. The Darius comes through, though. A lot of CC. Vanzopia picks up the kill. Lock 14 gets hand shook into Sniper to stop the play.
It looked like Void Shifter was trying to zone, but then he was just disrespecting the Amumu Galio thing. They didn't have the damage to kill him. Spoiler alert, they did. They killed him. And ended up.
Oh no, Sniper! Sniper no sniping!
This Zyra needs to start playing with some respect. I don't think they realize the point in the game they're at. Twitch has his level 6. He's about to have his Bork. You don't get to just bully them anymore and go where you please. They can fight back now. They have teeth. You're just a plant. You gotta respect humans or people, okay?
I have played enough Plants vs. Zombies, and it's not looking hot for the plants in this one.
She's having a rough one at this point. She needs to start playing a little bit more carefully around vision. Zyra has a lot. Zyra's squishy, and you can see these get popped like that. They have a lot of tools to avoid it. You can check these bushes with your plants if you're not sure. But it looks like they're just kind of brain off, brain not found against brain not found, and doesn't resist Twitch just in the stealth waiting for them every time. They just need to be a little bit more careful and play a little bit slower.
Now, we talked about it earlier. This Darius, he's been putting in the work in the lane. He's actually grown his CS lead a bit. He has Triforce, so I'm really hoping we can start seeing some work in the side lanes from Lock 14.
Yeah, he's on his first power spike here. He has the Merc Tread to stop Ornn from bursting him with insane amounts of percentage health magic damage. And we saw him try to go down to that dragon fight, and he did clean up helping up the Ornn on the backside when he went too far. He has his Amumu up there. They might go for the Ornn here.
Looks like Amumu's just going to take a reset. Probably has Mythic in base. Yep. Finishes the Sunfire Aegis.
Okay.
I Am Legendary needs to be careful here with Zyra. Okay, she got back to lane. Victor might just manhandle this tower, though.
Oh, he did.
Yeah?
Does Darius know there's a Volibear in his bush?
Shh. Be very quiet. They're Darius hunting.
They're going for the dive.
Oh, yeah.
This is a dead Darius.
You got 3 top lane. This is... You hear the Ornn Horn, and he knows something's up. They actually don't even use the Volibear ult to turn the tower off. They just manhandle it. If No Fun FF says, don't worry, guys. I got big shoulders. I can take a lot of turret shots.
They just use his thick body.
Ooh, but meanwhile, we see the Curse of the Sad Mummy ultimate come through. The bandage toss goes backwards, though.
Unfortunate. You hate to see it. They do still get Pyro in the lane, though, and they're going to get this Rift Trail push off. They can answer the top side play pretty nicely here. In another world, that Twitch should be dead. This isn't that world.
First tower goes down. Ooh. That was a good flash by If No Fun, because otherwise he was definitely dead. Not sure why he TP'd at a quarter HP, though.
Ornn TP'd without an ult to a tower that was going down to Herald, and Twitch also ulted. I think someone got baited. I'm not sure who. We'll have to review the tapes on that one.
I think it was us, because I thought we were going to see more action.
I feel baited, for sure, yeah. Just see some junglers fighting over Scuttle Crab there. Nothing too much happening right now. We see Ornn come back down the bottom side of the map again, dragging that up for a little bit still, though, so I'm not sure where he's planning on going, because we have Twitch coming down as well still. He might have thought he was supposed to lane swap. Some odd rotation from him. He TP'd bottom, went back to the base, walks bottom. Darius is pushing top lane tower.
Darius gets this tower here, but it is 30 seconds till Dragon, and it is Ocean Soul Point for them, so I kind of like the early setup just to make sure, you know, you're all here, you have vision set up, and really wanting to state their claim on this Dragon, as Zyra has to use all of her summons to get away from Victor damage, and meanwhile we're seeing a big ult come in through Amumu to keep them all distracted. Synexus does get the Zyra, but Galio comes through. But here comes Ornn ult with Twitch ult, and that's all, folks. That is 4-0 Twitch doing Twitch things.
The Amumu ult Galio looked pretty good, but unfortunately there was a giant bear in their backline murdering people already, and they didn't have a lot of follow-up damage for it. Maybe next time just peel back on the Volibear a little bit. You don't need to use your Wombo right away.
Yeah, try to
like
not
said,
play into their hand, basically.
Right. I think Synexus, where's he at in this game? He's getting pretty big. He's level 12 with the Amumu level 10. He's not as big as before, but again, just quiet jungle fundamentals, farming his camps. He's up 47 CS, up kills here and there. Or some assists, not kills, I should say. Oh.
Ooh. Kaysel might be up a kill, though. Oh. He's too fast!
He blind ulted for that Twitch. He did not have vision at that point anymore.
He said, look, my ult does enough damage to kill a Twitch, I'm sure of it.
There's been a lot of resources trying to kill that rat this game, and they haven't been too successful. He has a 400 gold shutdown.
Some might say Kaysel's been real sneaky this game.
What a sneaky boy, that rat.
Maybe, maybe he smells the cheese in the Amumu birthday cake.
Oh no, don't. Oh, that sounds like such an awful cake. No.
Well.
Sir, you need to reevaluate what you're putting in your cakes.
It's a cheesecake, obviously.
Oh, I have the same kind of cheese.
Well, someone better tell Amumu that.
A nice warm melted slice of American cheese on your cake.
Just slapped it on. We're not getting any kills from the Twitch ult, but we might get from this Chemtech Volibear. Curse the Sad Mummy comes, but no one is there. Darius does pull in. He's getting a lot of damage off. He gets the dunk, but the reset from Renata Glass stops him from getting the second ult. He does go down. This is a 3-for-1 currently, and Synexus is yet again on another rampage.
Yes. Today we see Renata making Darius sad. The revives like that, like Renata, Zillion, make reset champions very sad. It's just unfortunate. You think you're gonna get something, you don't. It's like they stole your birthday cake and put cheese on it, you know?
God, I hate it when people put cheese on my birthday cake.
Another thing we saw happening there was Volibear just running this misfortune down. Legendary had to flash out as soon as the Amumu went in, and even with the Darius back there, it's just not quite enough. You can't just ignore this Volibear that's running through your backline. You need to focus on him first before you start moving on to the backline.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's pretty unfortunate because I feel like I Am Legendary has not played a bad game. It's just they've not been able to follow up because of, like you mentioned, this dive potential that Kaysel or that Synexus is putting on them.
Yeah, he's quietly just 0-0-3 back there trying to do his job. You know, just shows up to work in his hat and his tie, his office suit, and there's just a bear in his chair.
There's just a bear in his chair. Ah.
That was, you know, I don't think that's unlucky for Galio to stop there because he was about to eat into 3 people on top of it. Either way, I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Locke taking the 1v1. He is a level down now, though. Ornhorn coming through. He whiffs the Ornhorn, but I don't think it matters because Ornn is a balanced champion as he flashes. The dunk comes through, but Ornn can't get the damage, but the flame breath comes through, and you know, it's a sad day when your Ornn is 1v1ing your Darius.
Yeah, especially with the missed Ornn ultimate. I wonder if R5 Ornn might not have been If No Fun FF's choice here. Sometimes in comp, people just tell you to play Ornn and you do it and you just suck an egg, but he missed a couple Ornn ultimates at this point that look pretty sus.
Speaking of sus... You know, I'm starting to think he didn't get the choice on this Ornn pick, but we see the Curse of the Sad Mummy come through. The Renata Glass Hawk makes Misfortune go berserk and allows for the getaway from 404 Brain Not Found.
That was a great peel out of the Renata ult. A lot of times it's hard to use it aggressively. Oh?
Oh?
Come on, kill the bear. No? Just keep slopping him? Okay.
What did we just watch?
I think we just watched Synexus just stand in their base and get CC'd like a million times and not take damage.
I
Oh boy.
I wanted to explain what was happening, but words just couldn't. My brain couldn't fathom words there.
Yeah. He got slapped a lot. I don't think he cared though.
He gave no shits there, and Ocean Soul seems pretty good.
We do see both teams heading over there. Unfortunately, Mumu doesn't have ultimate. Galio doesn't have ultimate. Misfortune may have ultimate. It might just be gone before they get there, though.
This Twitch does a lot of damage to dragons.
She do, but so does Smite.
Oh my god! I am legendary with the legendary steal! You see the spam pings coming out from 404 Brain Not Found on Synexus, and he's coming in hot. He's pissed. Curse the Sad Mummy comes out, and Kaysel picks up the kill. Lot gets berserked. He can't get away. That's the double kill for Kaysel on the rat. And Synexus is still pissed. He flashes on. He says, "You don't embarrass me like that on the big stage. I'm gonna take your life. I'm gonna take your Nexus."
Oh boy. Void Shifter literally typed in chat, reported XD. Orange threw out an ult. He was so mad. He had two people, no one followed up. Guy was getting dove under the tower. This game is over.
You know, I wanted to pull Synexus for MVP again, but after that, I don't think we can. Oh, T-Brides maybe overstayed a little bit. This game might not be over. We might see Lock 14 come back in as Sniper picks up the kill. Misfortune gets the shutdown, and the base is safe.
Galio was literally typing GG in chat. He said, "Good games, you guys."
He said undefeated.
Undefeated streak. Okay, I guess they do a little bit of trolling. They don't want to end the game today. They want to play some more. Nexus is trying real hard to get an MVP. I think he's leaning towards Kaysel right now, but Nexus is stalling the game out tactically so he can continue getting MVP points.
That's smart. That's smart. He's like, look, I gotta make up for that one. I gotta smite another objective. Oh man.
Also, rooting against the Synexus for MVP again. Just saying, he ran at Misfortune, and he had Flash, or he's running at Zyra in the base. He had Flash, he ulted instead, missed, and then flashed anyway, instead of just using the Flash to guarantee it originally. Hey, he killed the Zyra, so, you know, it works. He's 6'9", 609.
Ooh, now that's a point for him, though, being 609.
True, true.
But he has to end the game without any more KP. No! Synexus! We give you the owl and you throw it away!
I gotta laugh that Kaysel just walked up into melee range on Twitch to give a Mumu the 4-man ultimate. It doesn't matter.
Oh, Synexus mad. He wants that Misfortune.
Kaysel's going around.
And they're gone.
So anyways, as like a Toiga was saying, undefeated, good games, guys. He also said hi, YouTube.
That's what we appreciate. We appreciate people who say hi to YouTube.
So those were some good games. They were super exciting.
These were great. We got to see Synexus look like a god, and then Synexus make a fool out of himself. It's great. It's a great day.
It was that was some gaming, all right. Who are you thinking for MVP? Because Synexus played well, of course. He had a 20 KDA in the last game, didn't die. I really liked Kaysel that game though. I guess Kaysel had some good Nyla ults in the first game. But there was also like a 19-0 Echo.
Yeah, I kind of want to give it to Kaysel though. You know, I think he played really well. I think we gave it to we gave it to Synexus last time. He did a little trolling in that game too. So I think we shine the light on another player this time and get their voice in here.
True, and he didn't end 6-9, so reported. He
True.
also missed the Soul Smite.
Gonna try to get Kaysel up in here. But yeah, really fun games. Thank you to both of the teams while we wait for allowing us to cast this. It was a lot of fun. I'm hoping we can get some more of these as we go on throughout the season.
Yo.
Hey, we have the
Hello.
man, the myth, the legend in here now, Kaysel. Congratulations. We did award you MVP for the series. Synexus was trying his best, but not ending 6-0-9 and missing that last smite. That was a little troll.
Dude, we were giving him so much shit for that smite. He was just like, we bursted it down really hard, and the MF ult, I guess, just did a ton more damage than he was expecting.
There were like a couple ticks on it. It was above 1,000 HP, and then it was at like 500 or something. Then it was at like 200 something, and then it was dead.
Yeah.
It
I
was
mean-
a rough smite, but it was smiteable.
If it was like in a really close game, that probably would have been we would have been more sad, but like the soul point was really just like cherry on top at that point.
You guys got your soul stolen. You got so mad, you went to end the game, and then you didn't end the game. You walked into misfortune and got clapped, but no one saw that. Don't worry.
Yeah, I mean the elo difference in these games was kind of high, so we were going in kind of just like, hey, let's practice some different comps, different champs.
Yeah, so that's probably like the first question I was wondering. This is the first game of the new season where you guys are in like the winners bracket, the high elo bracket, whatever, right? Is that correct?
Correct. But this is actually like a fill team for it. So they are.
Oh.
So this wasn't actually like a specific high elo team. It was because one of the other top teams dropped out. They ended up filling in for them. So good for them for like taking one for the team and filling the eighth slot at the eighth slot. So there's 2 teams of 8 now.
Okay, cool. Happy to have them. Makes a nice even league. Makes it easier.
Yeah.
They get some practice. It's good for everyone. I do gotta ask you though. You talked about practicing some comps. What's it like playing Nyla? I haven't gotten to see a lot of it lately. Now that's come out.
Yeah. So it's really a niche pick, honestly. Like it's not super strong. It doesn't do crazy damage. But we were thinking about just kind of like practicing, and I've been playing it a little bit in like solo queue and stuff. It's really, really good versus like the like Tristana Leona that wants to get on top of you. Because you just kind of you press W and like the Trist can't hit you with her autos. And then you just end up tanking everything for their all in, and all of a sudden they're in a bad spot rather than you.
Yeah, we pointed out in the cast actually while that game was going. You did a really good job with it. Like as soon as the bomb came out, you just press your W. Leona can't stun you either through it. It was a really good pick in that lane in that situation. But you gotta tell me the full melee comp with a Kled, that looks pretty fun. How was that?
That was our like run them down comp. Yeah, that's good. So we were thinking that since Nyla doesn't do as much damage, we wanted to be able to like get on top of them, stay on them. So like Kled was just a really good pick there to just get our whole team like just collapsing really hard, and Nyla's really good into that, like just everybody get into a ball and like force the team fight.
Now, how thrilled was your new top laner after game 1? You give him Kled, one of his main champs, and then you're like, all right, R5? How about some Ornn, baby?
So we were like this close to playing Kled again.
That's what I thought you were gonna pick.
Yeah, we were about to pick it, but we actually thought that Ornn kind of rounded out the comp a little bit better. Like especially because Kled doesn't really have the hard CC, whereas like Ornn can engage and disengage from fights really well.
All right.
So we were
Did you
thinking
see
like
your top laner's Ornn ultimates? You can't engage when you Ornn ult like that.
I did not see them. Were they not good?
He was in
You
a
have
1v1 with Darius where he
Yeah.
whiffed Ornal and he had to flash E into nothing and then W to get the
Alright.
kill.
So to be fair, he is currently at the lake playing on his laptop on like kind of crappy Wi-Fi. So he was like
that
lagging
makes
a bit.
sense.
He was getting like random spikes up to like 700 ping or something.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense why he missed that
Oh.
Ornn ult then. He just didn't get the redirect at all. There's other
Yeah,
one, your
it
dragon.
totally could have been that. But
There was another
on
one
the
from
other
your
hand,
dragon where
it
he
could have
just
just been a miss.
missed. He just Ornn ulted the chickens pretty much instead of the people running down like either side of like the paths there. I was like, okay.
I mean,
And then he walked into the jungle and died for it as well afterwards.
it's funny. I like didn't see any of this happening. I'm too like tunnel vision, I guess.
That's why we brought you on here to make fun of your friends. Don't worry, we do it when you're not here too. To you.
Yeah. So I'm sure you
have
guys
some crazy
saw.
Nyla ults though.
Yeah, I think I had two really good fights that first game where I just got insane shields and healing. I don't know if you guys saw,
Mhm.
but like there was one point where my shield was probably over like 600 or something
Or
just in that drag fight.
There's a big boy shield. Having a Sona is pretty nice.
Yeah, Sona Ivern.
Yeah, Sona
And
Ivern.
then Nyla's passive just like increasing my healing and shielding.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I almost became unkillable.
And I
But
believe
we
her
also
ultimate allows her to overheal into a shield as well, right?
her ult basically like sucks him in and then gives you a shield based on how much damage you do, I think.
It's healing, and if you're full health, it will overheal into a shield, kind of like Bloodthirster.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she can never get some huge shields on her.
Yeah, that comp was actually pretty fun to play. Like, again, I think the only problem is the lack of damage on Nyla. Like, we could have been in trouble if, Echo didn't get super fed that first game.
Oh,
Oh yeah, something you're in trouble for. Yeah, tell him, Richie. Tell him what you did.
Yeah. Wait, we might have to revoke the MVP privileges for this series. I forgot you stole the nuke from Synexus.
This man almost dropped the Call of Duty Black Ops 20 bomb on them. He was about to go 20-0, and you stole the kill. You stopped his Moab.
No, it's just 20 kills.
He was gonna break 20 kills, and you stole his 20th kill.
Did he deserve the kill?
You go watch that first game and tell me if he deserved those kills or not.
That's my bad. I didn't realize he was about to get a nuke.
Yeah, you stopped his kill streak, man, and it was a little cringe. Not gonna lie.
There was one point where I don't know if you guys remember this, where we dove bot and with the Nyla Echo
he just got perma CC'd.
Echo went in and he got CC'd and I tried to follow and then I got Camille ulted, so we both just like instantly died under tower.
Yeah.
And it looked really bad.
Triss got an unofficial Quadra and we were like, okay, this is the way to play around it. She backed bought a full entire PD and then Synexus gets an unofficial Quadra right after that.
Yeah, back-to-back unofficial quadras from the other team.
Yeah.
It was a little worrying when you guys did that, because you got your whole team killed as well, pretty much. And like I said, Shauna got big items off that, but luckily you guys just killed it right after again.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think our early game is relatively weak. It's the thing we 100% need to work on, is just like not making stupid mistakes like that. Like that was dumb. We did not need to dive that tower at all. Just like random little things where we overforce like the dragon fight very early in the first game, where we're thinking that Echo and Sona can take dragon alone, but they just do it so slow that their entire team collapsed on us and we like basically got wiped.
Yeah, I don't know how much Synexus plays anymore. I don't know if he's a big grinder anymore. But the recent dragon changes make it take a lot longer to take, so that might have just been
Yeah.
just not used to the new changes.
It was definitely that, plus he hadn't bought as Echo at all.
Yeah.
And so it was just like complete lack of damage. I think it was Mountain Drake, so it takes even longer. Like everything kind of lined up, and then it was just like, okay, well, now we're dead.
Speaking of champs that are good at taking dragons, does Synexus play Warwick? Because they banned it 2 games in a row.
No, so our top laner has actually been messing around with some Warwick. And for anybody else that's listening on an enemy team, I didn't say that.
He has 3 games of Warwick in his entire match history.
Yeah,
One with Lethal Tempo, the other with Grasp.
yeah.
And they were just banning the Warwick.
I think it's because they were like his most recent games. So he's actually like a Shen main, so they just insta ban Shen every game, which makes sense.
Oh yeah, this guy's never getting Shen in any of your competitive matches. I've had one of those on my team before. They never get Shen.
Yeah. And like I could totally see, the top laner doesn't want to play against Warwick or something, and he sees him playing like 3 games in a row recently playing it, so he's just like, yeah, let's get rid of it. I get it. Oh, we were
Yeah.
actually gonna pick it, by the way.
Gotta put a good dog down. Enemy
Yeah.
teams listening, close your ears though. Do
Yeah,
not put the
exactly.
dog down. It's very fun to cast.
All right.
Well, Richie, do you have any other questions for him?
I
Any other
think
quizzes to give him?
you about summed it up for me. Anything you want to say to stream, your team, anything else you want to say while you have the floor here for a minute, Kaisel?
Hi world. No, I don't know.
All
No,
right.
it was good games. They were fun. We know a couple people on the enemy team, so we were just kind of like, memeing back and forth to each other, and just like, they at the end were like, "That was fun." We got stomped, but still a good time.
Yeah, it's all about having a good time.
Yeah. Thanks
Well,
for streaming, guys. Really appreciate you guys doing the good work. Lots of people at work like it. They think it's a lot of fun, and you guys do a really good job. You got a good combo. So we really appreciate that.
Well, thank you for having us.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you guys.
So-
And we look forward to casting more for you guys or anyone else in the league who would like it
Sweet.
when we're free.
Well, hopefully we'll see you next week.
Absolutely. I think that is all I have. Anything you have for before we end the stream here, Chase?
No. Go away.
All right.
All right, guys.
Well, good night, and thank you all for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing everyone here at a later date.